Hi guys, welcome to the channel. Ravian here. Today's video will be different than my usual type of video. We'll be looking at my recommendation of f2p teams for the future Abyss for version 2.7. As you know that the current Abyss for version 2.6, 2.5 and before that has been Elemental Shield over and over again that only relies on the strategies. So there are rumors that 2.7 Abyss gonna bring back Perpetual Mechanical Array and Makukenki for DPS check. So I'm going to show you some of my f2p teams recommendation. So what counts as a f2p comms? And there's only one rule, and that is all 4-star only, and then I'll show some gameplay and the reason why it's in the list. Without further ado, let's see the first team. National team. I guess you all already predict this team to be in the list. This team is very powerful in both damage and health management. The original national team consists of Xiangling, Xingqiu, Bennet, and Chongyun. Fourth member is very flexible and there are lots of variations. In my opinion, Sucrose is much better than Chongyun, but it's up to you guys. The goal for this team is to consistently trigger Vaporize through character skills and bursts. The first core member is Xiangling. Her Pyronado has very huge damage scaling, and with her Constellation 4 that increase her damage more by increasing the uptime for her burst by 4 seconds. She also used Polearm, and we know this game is Polearm Impact. There's a lot of weapons we can choose. For the best f2p option, we have the Catch. The Catch increase damage and crit rate of the wielder's elemental burst by a lot of percentage. And Xiangling is one of the best user out there. Second best choice is Dragon's Bane, which is very good in this composition. Dragon's Bane, a special effect is to increase damage when the enemy affected by Hydro or Pyro for 20% at Refinement 1. Since national team we have Xingqiu and Xiangling, we can keep applying Hydro and Pyro on the enemies. Second core member is Xingqiu. Xingqiu gives utility and damage with his burst. Guha Sword Raincutter. This burst consistently launch Hydro Swords to the enemies when the active character use their normal attack. This burst pairs greatly with Xiangling burst to keep activating Vaporize reaction. Best weapon for Xingqiu is Sacrificial Sword. Sacrificial Sword can reset the cooldown of elemental skill with 40% chance after hitting the enemies with elemental skill, and can occur once every 30 seconds on Refinement 1. Bennet is the final piece in this team. Bennet is one of the best 4-star in the game due to his unmatched support with his elemental burst, Fantastic Voyage. This burst places a small area on the ground that grants the character some attack boost based on his own base attack stat and healing. Bennet's best weapon is Festering Desire for f2p, but you can use Sacrificial Sword or Favonius Sword for some energy recharge. And his best artifact is 4-piece Noblesse Oblige to give the rest of the team 20% attack boost more. Last character is Sucrose. Sucrose is very useful because he has an animal element, and basically her burst is to continuously deal damage and swirl elemental reaction, and then both of her passive talents increase elemental mastery to the team. 4-piece of Viridescent Venereer gives support to the whole team by shredding their elemental resistance by 40%. Sucrose can use Thrilling Tales of Dragon Slayer's Catalyst, and it's a 3-star and it increases attack by 48% to the other active character. Next one is Taser Team. This team consists of Electro and Hydro characters to create Electro Charge reaction. This team is getting popular at Genshin version 2.3 Abyss when Hoyo first introduced the wolves in the Abyss. In this f2p comms version of mine, we can use Barbara or Xingqiu, Beidou, Fischl, and Sucrose. First character is Xingqiu. I built him the same as the national team. If you want to use Barbara, I suggest to use Thrilling Tales and the Clam set with HP Sense, Hydro Damage Bonus Goblet, and HP percent Circlet, just to make sure Barbara can't die, and she will be the main active character. Next character is Beidou. She can be a shielder and damage at the same time. Her burst, Stormbreaker, gives shield, and when the active character uses normal attack, this burst can deal electro damage between the opponents. Her best f2p weapon is Prototype Archaic. There are not many useful f2p claymore weapon. Her artifact set is 2-piece Thundering Fury, and the other set you can choose between Noblesse Oblige and the 18% artifact set. The third character is Fischl. She is a battery and a damage character. Fischl Oz can easily produce energy particles for the team. Her best weapon is Stringless, but if you don't have Stringless, we can always use Favonius Warbow because you can easily get it from the story. And then for her artifact, she can use 2-piece Thundering Fury and 2-piece attack percent set. Now the last one is Sucrose, can be used as the national team build. But if you have Barbara in your team, you can use Sacrificial Fragment for your Sucrose to increase the elemental mastery. Or you can use Mappa Mare to increase the elemental mastery. Reverse Melt is the last team I got. There's a major difference between normal melt and reverse melt. When Pyro is the one proccing the reaction, it is called normal melt. Normal melt deals 2 times multiplier. If it's in reverse, it is called reverse melt. It deals 1.5 multiplier. This team use Pyro characters to keep enemies affected by Pyro elements, then use Cryo characters to proc reverse melt reaction. This f2p comms, we use Kaya, Chongyun, Xiangling, and Bennet. First one is Kaya. Kaya is very underrated. His ult and elemental skill multiplier is very good. Glacial Waltz, his burst, can summon 3 icicles that moves around him to deal cryo damage. His elemental skill is pretty good too, with low cooldown with good damage. That's why we can keep spamming. For his weapon, you can use Iron Sting or Favonius Sword, but I choose Favonius Sword because I like to keep spamming my burst. For his artifact, I use 2-piece Gladiator and 2-piece Blizzard Slayer. For an alternative, we can use 4-piece Gladiator. The next character is Chongyun. Chongyun is another underrated character. His elemental skill can convert normal attacks to deal cryo damage. His burst only costs 48 energy, that's why we can keep spamming after the rotation. For his f2p weapon, prototype archaic is the best, but you can use the fish sword or called Luxurious Sea Lord from event version 2.1. Chongyun artifact set are 2-piece Gladiator and 2-piece Blizzard Slayer. In this team, both the cryo characters cannot use 4-piece Blizzard Slayer. The reason is this team always proc reverse melt and the enemies will not affected by cryo for a long time. Both Bennet and Xiangling build are the same as the national builds, that's why I keep using the same build because we don't need to farm for different artifact and different weapon. Looks like we've arrived at the end of the video. If you have some question or recommendation regarding the video, leave it at the comment section. I'll respond and who knows, maybe I'll make a video based on your idea. You can catch me live on my Twitch, link in the description, and don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you on the next video. Bye bye.